Gosh, gosh, bagosh, it's a brand new paperboy. That's a mighty full sack you're carrying.
Piss off, you perverted old freak!
Hello? Ba. It's not the calling out Hollywood sex offenders jokes or the Herbert joke.
Ah, that's right. You like that? I have 50,000. I have 75,000. Thank you, Brett Ratner. Do I have
$5. $8 and I'll do it. Fine. Help! I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me!
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
It's every time they draw Stewie in a sexual position or he talks about doing sexual acts. It's just weird. It's the weird shots of Stewie in the episode where he gets pregnant. The times he dresses in a way that's meant to be sexy. To make this video, I had to download a considerable amount of images of Stewie Griffin in these suggestive positions. And I think if somebody saw my phone right now and these images of Stewie Griffin in my gallery, they would have a lot of questions. And I just think a show that makes content that may seem innocent, is it innocent? Like, if I have a collection of these images of Stewie Griffin and that doesn't look innocent, I'm just having a hard time wording this, but if these collections of images on my phone looks inappropriate, then doesn't that make the images themselves inappropriate? And somebody's out there making this with like joy on their face. I know the character is like a baby man. He's not like a baby. The joke, I think the joke is meant to be, he's a baby who acts like a man, and that's funny. I think that's the joke, but he's still a 1-year-old character who looks like a baby.
What'd you say? Olive juice. Olive juice. Olive juice, you too. Just one last piece of advice. Remember, listen to her body and respond the way you'd want her to respond to you.
Okay, thanks. That's very helpful.
You'll be a wonderful lover, Brian. What are you doing? Oh, sorry, you just had a little, something. Kiss me! Come on, we gotta follow them. Stewie? Everything all right?
Peter,
Yeah.
why are there so many bottles of milk in the refrigerator?
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Everyone, some of the milk in the fridge is not milk, it's horse sperm. I'm a horse breeder now. That's amazing. And 3.
Is comedy sexualizing infants? Is it like, it's funny that he acts sexy because he looks like a baby? Doesn't that sound like an excuse? Like if you were a PDF file and you were caught drawing a nude baby in like a pinup girl pose and someone was like, why'd you do that? And your excuse would be, oh, it's funny because it's a baby. Doesn't that it just sounds like an excuse. It's not funny. I doubt these scenes have ever made anyone laugh, in my opinion. I don't know. Also, many of the cast, okay, Peter, Lois Quagmire off the top of my head, probably Chris, probably, they've shown pedophilic desires and actions, mainly Peter, I don't remember the episode, there's an episode where he has an extreme amount of child porn on his laptop.
Sorry, I was up late last night. Had to myself. Sorry. POV stuff. Yeah, I like to pretend it's mine down there, what's doing all the slapping.
Peter, how old is that girl?
Excuse me, won't you?
And having child porn in his magazine stash, that's two, and being attracted to minors. Many minors. And like these jokes are written as though this is like relatable behavior. Because these characters are meant to be relatable. It's in my opinion that that's where the humor comes from. Like, oh, haha, fat man. Like, they're written like in the same way and with the same attention to them, like the rest of the relatable bits, like overeating, over drinking, being kind of gross sometimes, like haha, fat man fart. That's funny, but haha, fat man's attracted to minors. Why did the writers intentionally make their main characters attracted to minors? as though that's like this is a common experience that everyone can relate to. It's bizarre to me. Okay. And like I understand that the Family Guy writing style, it's like it's about pushing the limits, which is fine when like South Park does it. It's fine when South Park does it, but Family Guy I don't think has ever made me think about stuff. Maybe when I was 9.
And all the like abortion jokes I thought were funny when I was 9. Like, I didn't know what abortion was until I watched that episode. That was like a very special episode where Lois is surrogate, and then the people she's surrogating for die, and then the whole episode she's like, should I get an abortion? And like she doesn't get the abortion, and then at the very end they're in the car and she's like, I got the abortion.
And I didn't know what abortion was when I was 9 and I first watched that, and I guess in that way it's educational, but if you're above the age of 10, it's honestly garbage. I liked it more in the earlier seasons when it was a parody of an 80s sitcom, because I like 80s sitcoms more than I like Family Guy. I like all the references to the facts of life. Always appreciate that in any media. So, okay. Due to their like pushing the limits writing style, Family Guy has named names of Hollywood sex offenders long before their actions were known to the public, and in recent episodes continue to call out celebrities, even like people even I wouldn't suspect, for predatory actions. And given their track record of being right about these things, it's only a matter of time until we find out. Like, mixed in with other jokes, they seem like more mindless nonsense. Like, haha, we're saying insulting stuff. So, like, it never seems notable, but there's a clear difference in what's shown for comedy and what a sick artist drew with twisted motivation, in my opinion. I want to be clear that I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not accusing nobody of nothing. Okay, nobody on the Family Guy writing staff, no artist, nobody. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, alright? All I'm saying is if you were watching that and you had certain inclinations and you were a sick piece of shit, wouldn't that make you happy or something? Wouldn't that be like some kind of PDF files paradise? And I'm not pro censorship, I'm just saying this is disgusting and I think it should stop. There's certain episodes I have to skip scenes, like the episode where Lois starts working out and she gets buff, and Stewie keeps talking about having sex with her constantly and starts acting like they're in a relationship, and there's a scene where he's describing her removing him from his baby car seat, and he's describing it sexually. And then there's a scene where they're playing the drums together and she's holding his little hands because he's a baby and beating the drums with them, and it's like slow and sexual, and there's close-ups of him and her muscles, and it's absolutely disgusting to watch. It grosses me out. It's sick. And not in a funny way. I'm not saying I hate everything that's offensive. I love things that are offensive, but this isn't offensive. It doesn't offend me, it disgusts me. Plus, Stewie keeps canonically getting assaulted in the show over and over and over and over and over again, and the joke is always how like often it's brushed off. And I hate that I'm saying any of this, because I think censorship of any kind is pointless, and it's actually a good thing that TV pushes the limits. If there were more censorship laws in place on the media that we consume, it would be a lot harder for us to know about the times whenever the call is coming from inside the building, if you know what I mean. Because there's been a lot of people who've just been doing what they do out in public. I think a good example is whenever old white bigots start spouting about how their words are being censored and how the left is trying to censor them. And their example is that they can no longer say the N-word. Honey, no one's gonna stop you. You can say it, because if you say it, then we'll know your true intentions. You can say whatever you want. Doesn't mean there's not going to be a consequence. Nobody is censoring you by telling you you're an asshole. So we can see stuff like this out in the open and dissect the issue more directly. Does this make sense?